Decisions are an integral part of the human experience. Whether it's choosing what to eat, what to wear, or what content to consume, the sheer volume of choices available to us today is simply a testament to human progress and privilege. Life, to me, in many ways, just resembles one long-ass choose-your-own-adventure novel. Each individual decision and its outcome signify forks in the road, ultimately determining our own unique path. Some choices are made out of desperation, some to please others, and many without even a second thought. The ability to choose on these forks wisely can literally make or break our personality and character. With outcomes so consequential, the forks in the road take on an even greater importance. Choosing wisely can be the difference between growth and stagnation, fulfillment and regret. I think it's important first to recognize how this ability to make decisions is a privilege and a mark of progress. We live in a time where, for the first time in many cultures, individuals are able to possess the freedom to shape their own identities, choose their own associations, and pursue their passions. However, like all good things, too much isn't always positive. I'll link to a video I made a couple months back about decision paralysis and the negative feedback loops too many choices can create. But what I really want to dive into in this video is decision fatigue and the lazy outsourcing of decisions, oftentimes to people or corporations who don't have your best interests at heart. Without getting too philosophical or big brain, I think there is an immense value in recognizing the importance of actively choosing to confront your decisions. Let me explain. Continuing off the driving metaphor, yes, there are these fork-in-the-road decisions, but there also exists a decision not to decide at all, to simply fall asleep at the wheel. See, our lives have this sort of autopilot, where if we don't make a conscious choice, our subconscious will take the wheel, steering us on a particular path based on a variety of circumstances. These factors could be our current hormonal state, previous behavior patterns, or simply the path of least resistance. In a world overflowing with optionality, there is this growing problem of not just decision paralysis, but also decision fatigue. With a seemingly never-ending stream of decisions, it's easy to lose the energy or will to be an active participant in each and every decision you make. On one hand, this abundance of choice is a remarkable sign of progress. I no longer have to plan out every decision about what to eat or wear. I can simply wait for a subconscious nudge and be almost instantly on my way to a satisfying choice. However, with all this technological progress comes equally as tremendous downsides. Take TikTok, for example, a platform which sparked this very train of thought. The other day, I found myself about to head out for groceries when I almost subconsciously decided to open the app. What started as a quick glance quickly turned to 20 minutes of mindless scrolling, almost as if I was stuck in a fever dream. Now, this isn't a very unique experience, but it made me wonder, why is TikTok so much more addictive and binge-worthy compared to, say, YouTube? Sure, TikTok's algorithm is incredibly well-tailored and designed to keep you hooked, but I think the difference goes even deeper. See, YouTube, in a similar way, also has a relatively great algorithm which continuously provides me with captivating content. But for some reason, it doesn't suck me in nearly as much. Yes, from time to time, I binge YouTube videos, but with TikTok, it almost feels like a binge happens without me even realizing. More than any algorithm, I think a massive difference in the two platforms is what happens when you make the seemingly small decision to open the app. On YouTube, you're greeted with the home page filled with video options, requiring you to make an active choice. This requires a little bit of friction, forcing you to decide how you want to spend your time. YouTube, to me, is more prone to decision paralysis. You might find yourself waffling between videos, struggling to commit to a single one. TikTok, on the other hand, immediately starts playing your For You page the second you load the app. That removes this little bit of friction altogether, making the decision for you. You will watch this video. Instead of preying upon decision paralysis, TikTok capitalizes on this decision fatigue by eliminating this last bit of friction, effortlessly and confidently serving you a piece of engaging content. Now, reducing friction isn't necessarily a bad thing. If anything, reducing friction in a user experience is a mark of an excellent product or process. If recycling cans became ubiquitous in your area, more people would recycle. If you put healthier foods at the front of a grocery store and hid the junk food in the back, more people would slant towards making the healthier decision. See, much of our decision-making process, whether subconscious or conscious, is based on a simple cost-benefit analysis. We will naturally gravitate to the most beneficial path, the one that offers up the most gain for the least effort. Friction, in this context, just represents an increased cost to perform that particular behavior. So despite the fact that we may accept recycling or eating healthy as beneficial for us or society, if the individual costs are too high, we're often disincentivized to go out of our way to make that decision. In the same way, TikTok has gamed this phenomenon to take friction out entirely. The binge-watching process once required the effort of choosing a show or movie, building attachment to the content, and then enjoying the binge. Now, however, the confidence of this platform and their ability to serve you captivating content is simply to get you into the content loop as fast as possible and let them do the rest. The reason we are more addicted than ever to rotting our time away on social media is because it gives us the easiest decision. The decision to simply let our iPad baby behavior take over. The decision to break the loop or actually wake up and take the wheel and steer in a different direction requires more friction and energy than to simply let things run their course. The same dynamic exists with other seemingly harmless habits, like snacking on a few chips when you're hungry. The colors, flavors, and textures are meticulously designed to slant you towards a binge after making one small decision to open a bag. By dangling these illusions of satisfaction at the lowest possible cost, our brains are duped into thinking these behaviors are a no-brainer in terms of cost-benefit analysis. And in a sense, they are, because the reason we continue in the loop is simply because our brains are allowed to shut off. It's only later, once we break out of the loop, that we feel the retrospective regret and guilt from the time and energy that we've just wasted. What this does ultimately is weaken our overall ability to make decisions. The more we default to the easiest possible path, the weaker our skill to make conscious choices becomes. These platforms and behaviors have been shown time and again to make us feel more isolated, lazy, and unmotivated when we reflect on our own choose-your-own-adventure novels. I've always thought maybe it's generational, how older people seem to know exactly what they want, and even if the decision wasn't perfect, to stick to the path that they've chosen. In many ways, we suffer from a curse of abundance. The ability to be everywhere at once can lead us to feel like we're going nowhere. The exploitation of FOMO, social currency, and escapism breeds mental illness like anxiety or depression, both of which are rooted in a simple sense of lost control over our lives. The more we allow large corporations to make decisions for us, the more passive and bland our life story becomes. Fine-tuning our decision-making process to understand exactly what it is that's driving our behaviors is the pivotal first step towards steering our lives in a direction we truly want. Don't allow yourself to fall asleep at the wheel driving through your own life. If there's one decision you take away from this ramble, let it be to confront your next choice head-on. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, click on Homer's beautiful face to subscribe. I make new videos every Friday. Click on the last video if you missed it, and I hope you have a beautiful day.